And a sign of remembrance this Memorial Day weekend in Washington, D.C. For the 7th straight year, the Poppy Wall of Honor has returned to the National Mall. It features more than 600,000 poppies, each representing a service member who gave their life in defense of the United States since World War I. But near the U.S. Military Academy in West Point, New York, a much more permanent monument to those who made the ultimate sacrifice is being built step by step and literally stone by stone. Charlie Daggett visited what's become known as the Trail of the Fallen.
The trail markers,
yeah.
If you see the blue, just one square, you just keep going straight.
Just south of the U.S. Military Academy in New York, deep in the woods, a trail has become sacred ground for Lieutenant Colonel John Novoychik, always carrying that flag, and more often than not, a stone bearing the name of a fallen hero. He's taken this 2-mile journey so many times, he's lost count.
It's definitely in the high hundreds.
High hundreds?
Yeah.
Keeps you fit. A former athletic director at West Point, Novoychik made it look easy. In the 95-degree heat, I can assure you it was not. Novoychik says that's kind of the point on what's become known as the Trail of the Fallen. Pardon the expression, but we're a stone's throw from West Point.
We are.
There are memorials everywhere for the fallen. What makes this one different?
The difference here is you're doing a hard thing to get up there. There's something about doing hard things together to achieve an objective, and you get to the top. Because what you realize is people don't get up there by themselves.
At the peak, we find a 10-foot monument constructed stone by stone, thousands of them, each a tribute to American service members killed in the line of duty. Some stones were so big they were helicoptered to the top. Groups large and small have made the journey, from cadets to veterans to members of the public.
It's hard to understand until you come over that ridge line right over there, and you see the flags, and you see this, just, at least for me, it hits me that everything that's here is representing someone who was willing to sacrifice for us.
Through multiple combat deployments in Afghanistan and Iraq, through some of the toughest fighting for U.S. troops, Novoychik has lost close friends. It was the death of Major Thomas T.K. Kennedy, killed by a Taliban suicide bomber, that inspired Novoychik's son Grant to formalize the trail at the young age of 12 as an Eagle Scout project.
Everybody has their own grief story, and there's a lot of amazing people who have different experiences. To me, Major Thomas Kennedy was almost like an uncle to me, right? That's how I looked at him. But
You called him Uncle Tommy.
That's right. Yeah, there was the uncle figure he was to me. He's a brother, a husband, a dad, a friend, a hockey player.
Grant is now a graduate of West Point himself, now serving as a first lieutenant with the U.S. Army. And he encourages everyone to visit the trail.
I think it's an opportunity for everybody to reflect and look back on the gratitude that we should have.
We had time to reflect, too, on CBS News friends killed in a war zone. Cameraman Paul Douglas and soundman James Brolin killed by a car bomb while embedded with U.S. troops in Baghdad 2006 on Memorial Day. We laid their stones at the top. You'll not be forgotten. Beside the thousands more Americans who sacrificed their lives in the service of their country. For CBS Saturday Morning, Charlie Daggett, Fort Montgomery, New York.